Turning to a chaplain in your darkest hours. A chaplain is essentially a spiritual representative attached to a secular institution. Chaplaincy has traditionally been associated with the representative of Christian faith. However, this term is now used for representatives of any faith. Perhaps when a family is faced with a critical moment and in the midst of such a time of need, one may wonder, what can a chaplain do for us? Let's explore the possibilities. Whether you are in the hospital, a nursing home, or a long care facility, a hospice, the military, a mental health unit, a prison, or even the workplace, a chaplain can provide compassionate listening ear and a non-judgmental guidance, as well as offer spiritual and emotional comfort to nurture physical and emotional needs. He or she can lead you to a peace and comfort based on your own religious responsibilities and rediscovering your spiritual center. According to chaplaininstitute.org, in order to become a chaplain, there is a series of theological education requirements needed to be completed, which takes 6 to 7 years. According to chaplainministries.com, it includes a degree and 2 or more units of clinical pastoral education done at a hospital. It also requires clinical hours, which includes 12 and 24-hour shifts on call duty. This information can also be found on humanistchaplains.org. A chaplain bears the most precious gift of a listening ear that not everyone could offer. One could be under tremendous pain and stress when faced with uncertainty of what an illness or an injury could bring. One may find it difficult to find where to begin to comprehend the events happening in their life. This can lead to many complications, and one may want to protect those near to them from negative feelings. A chaplain gives you space to express whatever trauma you are experiencing. You can for sure expect confidentiality, regular visits, support for individuals as well as families, linking individuals, families, and staff, regular services, sacraments, and prayer, information and ideas regarding medical ethics, questions, living wills, organ donations, life support decisions, and other questions. Great ministry in dealing with loss or death, etc., etc. Service and prayer can never be separated. They are related to each other. Prayer is actually service. Looking at Ministry of Christ, we need to focus on remember. Chaplains are a living reminder of Jesus Christ. People tend to wonder where God is and being angry with Him. They would respond, why would God do this to me? I'm not a bad person. Then chaplains help them discover the problem and ease their anger while helping them to understand the situation. In turn, they find God back and receive comfort and healing rather than making Him their enemy. Different people remember an illness, an accident, or a loss in different ways. And much of their sense of self derives less from what happened from how they remember and how they place their past events in their own personal history. As grieving is a process itself, often people tend to grieve differently. The challenge of ministry is to help people in every concrete situations, people with illnesses or in grief, people with physical and oppression, people caught in the complex networks or secular or religious institutions to see, experience their story as a part of God's ongoing redemptive work in the world. As a visit from a chaplain could make a world of a difference, giving one an opportunity to learn and to discover one's spiritual self. The chaplain's task is not to judge one's spiritual life, but to help them discover it. And he or she can join that person's spiritual journey without fearing God talk if it is not their choice. A chaplain has a living memory of God's great deeds in history, is called to lead by remembering people of their wounded past and by connecting their wounds with the wounds of all humanity.